This is the toughest paper in the history of ICA examinations with respect to corporate and other laws. So question paper is of 34 pages. Let's see the multiple choice questions. I'll explain the, I'll tell you the what is the answer. Detailed explanation I'll give it later. So coming to the first MCQ, whether registrar is justified in rejecting information memorandum? Yes. See, based on my knowledge and based on the availability of time, I'm giving you the correct answers. If at all any changes are there, I'll update in the comment section. So first MCQ, option A. Next, second MCQ, it is about variation of rights. Here, variation of preference shareholders rights is affecting the rights of equity shareholders. Then consent of equity shareholders is also required. But equity shareholders consent not obtained. That's why option B is the correct answer. Third MCQ. Here, subsidiary company is holding shares of holding company as a legal representative on behalf of Mr. Tolder, who got deceased. On behalf of Tolder, it is holding shares. Now, subsidiary, whether subsidiary is entitled to vote or not entitled to vote. Yes, it is entitled to vote. As a legal representative, entitled to vote. So option B is correct answer. 3B. Next case scenario, fourth one, immovable property. Immovable property definition, benefits that arise from the land is also immovable property. So based on this point, arrears of rent, it is an actionable claim, not immovable property, and future rents is immovable property. Future rents is a benefit arising from the land, it's a immovable property only. So 4B correct answer. Fifth one, if the last day of the check validity period, if the last day is a holiday, then next working day, option A. The sixth one, rejection was justified. Once act has been changed and once the license got expired, for renewal file a fresh application. 6B. Seventh MCQ. For seventh MCQ, outside the office, the name shall be displayed in English language, local language, but on the papers, official documents, one language is sufficient. So based on that, option B is correct answer. Next, eighth one. Here it is all about the documents to be submitted for issue of IDRs. The details of contract with Speed Robotics Limited as well as copy of power of attorney should be mandatorily annexed along with other documents. So option B is right answer. Next, ninth MCQ. With respect to chapter 22, it is covering provisions not only of foreign company but also a company which is not having place of business in India, but still we assume it as a foreign company. So for the purpose of issuing securities, it no need to be a foreign company. Even it is incorporated outside India, issuing securities in India, it is also covered, option D. 10th MCQ. Yes, as per my calculation, 4th August 24 is the last date of AGM, but they conducted after due date. After the last date of conducting AGM. So that's why my answer is option B, penalty 1 lakh rupee. Next, 11th MCQ. Here partner resigned from LLP. It is the duty of LLP to submit resignation notice. It is the duty of LLP to file a form with ROC. LLP made a default. Now partner can himself file form 4 to registrar, who would then send a show cause notice to LLP. Next one, 12th MCQ. As per customary practices, up to 7 years advances are accepted. So based on that assumption, option A, neither of the above advances can be treated as deposits. Option A is right answer. And case scenario 4, based on FEMA. So first MCQ is about investment in the plantation, not allowed. Mr. John would not able to invest USD 1,50,000 in bioseeds, and Christopher to donate year salary. For that, RBI approval is to be taken. Next, 14th MCQ. So in Institute of Research and Medicine and Immigration Authorities, the respective amounts of money for the purpose of medical treatment. So already in the case scenario, they clearly told certificate was issued by the medical university. So no need of LRS, no need to go with RBI approval. Under LRS you get it. And for immigration expenses also, it can be paid under LRS only. No problem. 14th option A. And last one, whether Sebastian as well as mothers Ruby can be allowed to transfer their respective properties in Chicago? Yes, since they are NRAs. As per case scenario, they are NRAs. They are free to sell their respective properties of the buyers of their choice. Next, looking at the question paper, I'll give you detailed explanation about question paper later. But few questions, if you see, this is based on FEMA. Foreigners prohibited from making investments in India. Last topic that is there in our material. Next one, internal audit. I told you to read internal audit limits. So they asked the same question. Next one about deposits. but which is a deposit, not a deposit. And this one, LLP you take, HUF is not a partner, HUF can be a partner, HUF is not a person. So eligibility of the partners, these are the topics yesterday I mentioned. Eligibility of the partners, designated partners, this question came. Next one, about person resident in India, definitely question will come, I told you. Yes, the question also came. So once again, this question paper is proving that if you prepare, based on based on guess questions, if your preparation is based on guess questions or some selective study approaches, this paper you cannot answer, this paper you cannot handle. Understood? Detailed explanation about this paper I will share later.